just making sure everybody's okay.
Hours after a 22-year-old new mother was shot to death in her Turner Street home.
I heard shots, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Promise Neighborhood's shooting response team
Domestic violence is definitely an uptick in our communities.
is knocking on doors because when something like this happens, everyone feels it.
This is a tragedy. This is something where a community sits back and looks at and kind of talks about how did this happen.
"22-year-old Jerkera Battle had just become a mother for the very first time 3 months ago. Alongside her new baby boy, she loved and adored her precious four-legged girl, her pit named Hope, that she got 5 years ago. One of her biggest life struggles was losing her mother at a very young age, which made it even more important for her to cherish every moment with those she loved. This new chapter of motherhood, though, gave her even greater purpose and also made her realize that some things need to be left in the past for a better future. Jerkera had a dream of one day owning a big Southern-style White House with a room inside full of books so she could enjoy one of her favorite pastimes, reading. On the outside of that home, she also envisioned a beautiful garden and a pond full of koi fish, plus a porch that wrapped around that she could sit on and make new family traditions. However, all of her dreams would be shattered on July 22nd, 2025, after her child's father stalked her home late in the night and did the unimaginable. When people think of Jerkera Battle, she would be described as someone funny, kind, loyal, and had the sweetest soul. After losing her mother as a young child, she was raised by her grandmother, who not only stepped up to the plate for her, but for her 3 brothers too. Even though Jerkera endured trauma, she was determined to not let it define her, and grew into a strong and independent young woman. One of her greatest joys was her heart for animals, and before becoming a mother to her son Noah, her 4-legged friends were her first babies. There was nothing that she would not do for her dog Hope and her cat Rilo, and she spoiled them tremendously, even after giving birth to her son. However, Noah was her light, her purpose, her greatest blessing, and she vowed to always love and protect him. That promise was sadly broken after Noah's father Adam made a fatal decision that changed everything for the infant forever. According to loved ones, the man that promised to take care of Jerkera forever and treat her right did everything but, especially after she became pregnant. Adam was said to not want the baby and wanted Jerkera to terminate the pregnancy, telling her it would ruin his life to become a dad. Through all of the ups and downs, she finally had enough of the physical and emotional harm and decided it would be best to part ways with the man who was no longer healthy in her life and did not want his child. However, he did not want to accept not being with her any longer, and after she started dating someone new, he lost it. Jerkera's best friend will give an account of what took place inside that home the night she lost her life.
Listen now, if you never stop scrolling, I need you to do it this time. This time, I need you to stop scrolling for real this time. Adam Makowka. Remember this name, Adam Makowka. Adam Makowka murdered my best friend at 4 a.m. this morning. Ignore the mess, I'm moving in. This morning at 4 a.m., he broke into my friend's house. He broke into my friend's house, who just had his baby, by the way. He is an ex-boyfriend of my best friend, Jerkera Battle. He broke into her house with a AR15 and shot her multiple times. I will not rest until this man gets first-degree murder. He waited outside for 15 minutes before he did it. 2 to 3 days prior, when he found out that she had another boyfriend, a different boyfriend, because he is an ex now. He followed them home after he watched them on the baby camera first, and she changed the password, and once she changed the password and he couldn't watch them anymore, he came to her house. And once they left her house to take her new boyfriend home, he followed them to her new boyfriend's house. This man has been emotionally and physically abusing her for years. We have told her about him. We can only tell somebody about somebody so much. She knew who he was. We didn't know he would ever do something like this. Obviously, you never think somebody's gonna be fucking stupid enough to do something like this. But we knew he was fucking stupid. We knew he was a dick. We knew he was an asshole. He called her slurs. He called the baby slurs. He called his family, his parents. They will not fucking get away with this shit. They allowed his behavior to slide. He drug her through their house, his parents' house, because that's where this 27-year-old man lives. And they knew that. They weren't home at the time, but they have a Ring camera. They watched her run out of their house barefoot, baby carriage in hand with Noah in it, and him fucking screaming at her. They knew about that shit. They know about his behavior. His sisters are terrified of him. This man broke in through the fire escape. If you knew where the fire escape is in that fucking house, on that house, you would, like, there's no way that shit isn't premeditated. She lives in a row of houses, an apartment in a row of houses. To get to that fire escape, you have to walk all the way around those row of houses. This shit still doesn't even sound fucking real for like. The amount of bullet holes in that fucking house. I had to go in there. When he ran, he let her dog out. I luckily work at the animal shelter, so I immediately called my boss when I found out and told her that I would be taking her dog. My dog was nowhere to be found, and my best friend had my dog. I'm moving, still currently moving, and she was watching her for me while I moved because she's old and I don't want her to have to walk up all these stairs during this time, and she loved her company. She kept telling me she didn't want me to take her anyway. Every time I said I was going to come get her, she told me she didn't want me to take her, and she felt safe. She felt like she would be there when shit like this happened because I have a cane corso and she is bred for stuff like this. But because I have a cane corso, her new boyfriend wasn't up to my cane corso standards. So she had to put her in the crate. Not that she would do anything to her, but she would definitely, be loud and be iffy, and it would take some time. And nobody really wants to do that with Faith. But either way, if she was out, I'm almost positive she would have done something to Adam. Nonetheless. I have her dog, I have her cat, I have my dog. What I don't have is justice. He will get first degree. I want him to get first degree murder. I will not rest until he gets first degree murder. That shit was beyond premeditated. He fled an hour away, and they caught him an hour away. I pray this shit will not rest. I will be back. I will be posting about this shit. I will not shut up about this shit. Justice for Kira, bro. Like that ass.
Jerkera Battle, the independent, kind, and strong young woman with such a positive spirit no matter what life threw at her. Her son did not deserve what happened to him, and through the grace of God, he survived all of the AR bullets that were flying in that house. Noah will now grow up without the love, warmth, and guidance of his mother, who cherished him more than anything in the world. As for her new boyfriend, he was a hero, fighting to get Adam disarmed, but sadly, Jerkera had already been shot multiple times. His actions most likely saved not only his life, but the baby's too. Now Jerkera's older brother and Noah's uncle will raise Noah on his own, with the help of their grandmother, who once again has to face the unimaginable, burying her granddaughter while stepping up to help raise her great-grandchild. What happened in that home should have never taken place. Her life mattered, and she should still be here. My thoughts and prayers go out to all of her loved ones, and I pray for the strength for loved ones as they fight for full justice to be served. Let me know your thoughts. Also, please don't forget to comment your prayers for this family in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.